Growing up in a society, we stick to the norm that we see every day. Whether it be from a conversation with our parents like, be a man, or when we're playing a sport and we get hurt, we're told to walk it off. As we grow up, all the things we hear start to become laws. And these laws turn into the Guy Code. The Guy Code is mentioned in the book Guyland, written by Michael Kimmel. And in this book, he describes the Guy Code as the collections of attitudes, values, and traits that together compose what it means to be a man. And all these traits become the norms, and then eventually they become a way of life. And when something is out of the norm, we see it as different or wrong. Now this is where we begin. Once these norms and traits become set in stone, we become members of the gender police. And Michael Kimmel describes the gender police as always waiting for us to screw up so they can give us a ticket for crossing the well-drawn boundaries of manhood. And a prime example of a gender officer is former Rutgers University sophomore, 18-year-old Tyler Clementi's roommate. His name is Darom Ravi, who hid a camera in their dorm to catch Tyler and another boy kissing, and exposed Tyler for being different by putting the video all over the internet. But wait, let's take a step back and stop. Let's stop and have a real quick little rewind. But what if everything was different about sexuality? What if the norm was homosexuality and the minority was heterosexuality?
An idea? How about David and I play mommy and daddy?
That's really weird.
No, it'll be fun.
That's really disgusting. What are you, some kind of breeder?
No, I'm not.
Imagine if your mothers had seen you holding hands with a boy in public. I should really call both of your parents, but I'll let this be punishment enough.
Not again.
Oh, Ashley, baby, sweetie, what
Who did this to you?
Look at me, look
Ashley, who did this to you?
at me. Nobody.
Well, you didn't do it to yourself now, did you?
That's an
82% of LGBT youth said they have problems with bullying about their sexual orientation. 64% felt unsafe at school due to their sexual orientation. 44% said they experienced physical harassment like kicking or shoving in the hallways at school. 73% of LGBT youth say they are more likely to be honest about themselves online than in the real world. Now imagine getting harassed at school every day to the point where you just can't take it anymore. 32% of all LGBT youth did not go to school at least one day because they felt it was unsafe. School is supposed to be a place where one can feel safe to express themselves in any way they want to. Over the past few years, the U.S. is growing in the right direction in addressing the bullying of LGBT community. 49 states have passed some type of anti-bullying laws. The only state to not do so is Montana. To get more of an inside feel for the issue, I reached out to an anti-bullying specialist. Her name is Miss Suzanne LaForge. She is a guidance counselor at Golden Door Charter School right here in Jersey City. My first question was, have you ever heard mean or insulting terms referring to sexual orientation said in the halls by any students? Her response was, when you deal with 550 students from all walks of life, it is an amazing thing. But yes, we have heard students being unkind to each other. Once this happens, we deal with it aggressively. My second question was, when kids use the phrase, stop being gay, or that's gay, do they use it as an insult referring to sexual identity, or just because it isn't the norm to them? Her Our response was, in my experience, that is a phrase that students throw around when they want to get on someone's nerves. I honestly do not think it's a term that most students really identify with sexuality. There has been 1 or 2 instances this year where that term has been used to refer to their sexuality. My third and final question was, have you ever dealt with a child who had been bullied due to his or her sexual identity? If yes, how is it different from a normal bullying situation? Unfortunately, we have. The entire experience is completely unsettling as it goes against what we stand as a school. The little boy had very feminine tendencies, which were not completely understood by a few of his classmates, because this particular child was very confused about how he felt and what he was going through. 2 students calling him gay really upset him and completely made him hate coming to school. This particular child came from a very Catholic family who was overly vocal about their belief that being gay was a sin against God. He was conflicted about how he felt and never told his parents as a result of his fear that he was actually gay. According to John Locke's theory of equity, the LGBT community are denied, first, the right to life, because they're in one way or another being harmed every day. Secondly, the right to liberty, because they are seen as aliens from a different planet, not as equals to us. Finally, some solutions to end this problem. 1. For schools to continue to be aware of what's going on so that they can put an end to this hate. 2. To take action, like the organization Stop Out Bullying, by raising awareness and starting campaigns to end this problem.